Hi students, welcome to my channel. In previous class we have been discussed regarding the concept of different types of vectors. So in this class we are going to discuss regarding how we can add the vectors, that which you can call it as methods of addition of vectors. So addition of vectors. So in this methods of addition of vectors, which we are going to use two methods. So one is graphical method or geometrical method. And another one is analytical method. In analytical method. So both these methods which we are using to add the vectors, but in graphical method which we can represent in terms of representation in the form of arrow, and in analytical method we can use it directly. So first I am going to discuss regarding the concept of a graphical method. So in graphical method, so which we can classify here as three types. So apart from this, first one is triangle law of addition. Second one is parallelogram. So parallelogram law of addition. And third one is polygon law of addition. In simple form we can call it as triangle law, parallelogram law and polygon law. So in this class we are going to discuss regarding the concept of these laws, how we can add the vectors. Okay, ma? In this, the first one, triangle law of addition. So this is the definition of triangle law of addition. So please try to understand. It is same for graphical as well as analytical method. If two vectors represents by two sides of a triangle in magnitude and direction taken in same order, then the resultant is given by third side of the triangle in magnitude and direction taken in opposite order. We know very well. So triangle we have been taken, which we are having three sides. Okay, so let us consider that these are the two vectors which I can take here as a vector, and one more I can take it as a b vector. Okay, are represented by two sides of a triangle because it is a vector quantity which is having both magnitude and direction taken in same order. Okay, now I am going to combine these two. So first I am taking a vector and then b vector. So first a vector without changing its magnitude and direction, approximately I am taking that as a vector. So next b vector in same order, if it is moving in this direction means, so which you can take as like this, that's it is which is making certain angle, so that which I can join like this. So with same, that's which is nothing but b vector. So taken in same order, then the resultant third side, in order to form triangle, so one more side is a which you should have to join these two, which we are going to join. Then resultant is given by third side of the triangle. Third side of the triangle is nothing but this one. In magnitude and direction taken in opposite order. Previously you have been taken A to B. So in same order means like this you should have to get, but they are telling that we should have to take in reverse in order. Reverse in order, which is nothing but we can get as like this. So this is a resultant vector which we can represent here as R vector is equals to A vector plus B vector. R is a vector quantity. R is a vector which has both magnitude and direction. Here, what the magnitude represents? So, magnitude of R is nothing but what? From this point to this point. Length. Length of third side. Sorry. Length of third side. Then what about its direction? So which we are going to get here as which will makes an angle. That's direction is nothing but, so direction is nothing but alpha angle made by A vector. So this angle which will represent the direction of the resultant vector. Okay, ma, example. A girl moves 3 meters towards east, then she moves 4 meters north side. Find the displacement of girl with direction. Here first they have been given 3 meters, then they have been given 4 meters. So with the help of analytical, that is a graphical method which we are going to prove. So first I can take here as like this in graph. Here I cannot take 4 meters and 3 meters which is very long. I can take here as which is nothing but 1 centimeter which is equals to 1 meter. So with the help of this 3 centimeters is nothing but which is equals to 3 meters, and 4 centimeters is equals to which is nothing but 4 meters. So to take small one, first I can take 3 meters towards east. So east, west, north, south. 3 meters they have been given, so we can take here as up to here as 3 meters. Then shift the moves in 4 meters towards north side, 4 meters. So this. So here. So find the displacement. So this is a two sides of a triangle. Then the third side which we can join, which we are going to get here as a resultant. So if this is a 3 meters, and then if this is a 4 meters, represents this is the resultant which you can take here as R vector is equals to A vector plus B vector. If you have been seen, this is a right angle triangle. So with the help of this, so modulus of R square is equals to modulus of A square plus modulus of B square, which you can take in terms of only magnitude. So with the help of this, so R square is equals to A value I can take here as like this. A vector is equals to 3 meters and B vector is equals to 4 meters. With the help of this, 9 plus 16. So with the help of this, R is equals to root of 9 plus 16. So that which is nothing but 25, which is nothing but 5 meters. This is the resultant. It's clear. Then what about its direction? So just now only I have been said that if this is the angle which is nothing but alpha with respect to A, with respect to this angle, so which I can write here as tan alpha. So tan alpha is equals to which is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. So which I can write here as tan alpha is equals to opposite side is 4 meters by 3 meters. with the help of this, alpha is equals to, I can get here as, so tan inverse of 4 by 3. So this tan inverse of 4 by 3 have been taken. Alpha value which we are going to get it as approximately 53 degrees. 53 degrees which it is making. That means if I am considering this is east, if this is west, so in which direction it is moving, that which I can tell here as 53 degrees, it's moving towards that side, which I can take here as, sorry, this is north, this is the west and this is south. So toward that side I have been taken, which I can take here as 53 degrees north of east. Okay, sir, I have to take with respect to this. So if this is 53 degrees, so then what about this? So 90 minus 53, so which is nothing but 7, so 37 degrees. That which I can write here as 37 degrees east of north. So east of north, which we can do. In this way we can represent both magnitude and direction, so with the help of a triangle law of addition. Okay, ma. Next one, parallelogram law of vector addition. Here definition which it is appearing as large, but it is very simple to understand. So before going to discuss about this, you know very well, so what is a parallelogram? In parallelogram you have been taken, so which we are going to get it as like this. So what they are telling, we can see, if two vectors are drawn from a point so as to represent the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. If this is a total parallelogram, these which can act as a adjacent sides, both in magnitude and direction. This is the magnitude, this is the direction, magnitude and which represents its direction. And the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point represents the resultant of the two vectors both in magnitude and direction. Diagonal is nothing but which I can take here as like this. So this diagonal which it will represents the resultant of two vectors. So A vector plus B vector. So between these two, if it is making certain angle as theta, so the resultant vector which will makes an angle, that's which is nothing but alpha. I can take here as like this in simple manner, A, B, C, D. So this I can take here as a P vector. I can take, sorry, I have been taken A, B, C, D. Sorry. I can take here as P, Q, R, S. This as a vector, this as a B vector. So A and B which represents the adjacent sides of a parallelogram from tile to tile. So here they have been joined from tile, and resultant which passes through the same point which can act as a diagonal. So example, here I can take here as example as like this. So A vector is a one which has it's making certain angle, that's a without any angle, and B vector I can take here as like this. So this is a B vector with respect to horizontal which it is making certain angle as theta. Now I have to take these two as a adjacent sides of a parallelogram. I can take as like this. This is a vector from common point and this is a B vector. In order to form a parallelogram, what we should have to do? So we have to assume like this. I think so in mathematics also have been drawn. If this is same, in opposite sides are equal. If this is A vector, this will be the A vector. So then this will be the B vector. Then the resultant of these two vectors is given by from the same point which is nothing but diagonal. So that's here this alpha is the angle. So that means resultant vector, how much it is making an angle, direction which it will represents. That is here r vector is equals to a vector plus b vector. So magnitude of r vector is what? Length of diagonal. Then how much angle? That's alpha with respect to a. How much it is making an angle, that is a direction. So this length of the diagonal is nothing but magnitude. So if you have been observed clearly, here also you can observe the triangle. So same order, A to B. If it is a B, then third side of the triangle in opposite in order. So which is nothing but this is a resultant r vector. For this you have been taken same example as which is nothing but 3 meters and 4 meters. 3 meters and 4 meters you have been taken, which you are going to get answer as same, that resultant is nothing but 5 meters along 57 degrees. So parallelogram law of vector addition and triangle law of vector addition are same, but most of the cases which you will prefer parallelogram law of vectors. Okay, next one is polygon law of vector addition, or we can call it as head-tail method. So this is a third case which we are going to use in case of vector additions. So to add 2 or more vectors, which we are using this a polygon law of vectors. Another name for this which we can take it as head-tail method. Head-tail method. So how we can add this? So example, here I am taking as like this. So this is a vector. So the next one I am taking here as one more as a b vector. This as a b vector. And another one which I can take here as a c vector, and one more as a d vector, like this. I have been taken 4 vectors. Now which I should have to add all this. For this we can follow head and tail method. So resultant of r vector, which I can take it as a vector plus b vector plus c vector plus d vector, which now I should have to get. So first I should have to take a, b, c and then d, head to tail. So first a, here I am taking a first without changing its magnitude and then its direction which I am taking. So this is a vector. Okay. Now what I should have to add? I should have to add b vector. This is a tail, this is a head. Head tail. For head we should have to attach tail. So approximately this is a b vector. And next one I should have to add c. So this is a head, this is a tail. I can take a like this. This as a c vector, which I should have to join. Then d vector. So d vector. Then I should have to take this. You have been observed, all will be in same order. Resultant which we should have taken opposite in order. So by joining all these, which I am going to get here as resultant, which is nothing but r vector. R vector is equals to A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. So this which we have been represented in terms of graphical method only, not regarding analytical method. So based on this, which you can explain 3 triangle law, parallelogram law and polygon law of vector additions. So next one is these vector additions which will obey some laws. So apart from this, so vector addition obeys commutative law. So commutative law. So next one, so vector addition obey distributive law. The same way third one, so vector addition obey associative law. I think so in mathematics also we have been heard this, what is the commutative, associative and distributive law. So we have been taken the first one here, which is nothing but addition obeys commutative law. This commutative law is nothing but A vector plus B vector is equals to B vector plus A vector. So simple. A vector plus B vector is equals to B vector plus A vector, which now I should have to prove. So example, I am taking this as a vector, I am taking this as a B vector. Now first I will find A plus B. I am going to find A vector plus B vector. First A vector we should have to take. I am taking here as a vector of same magnitude, and then B vector which I should have to join. So B vector which I have been joined. Now the resultant is nothing but, which I am going to get here as A vector plus B vector. Okay, so then what about B vector plus A vector? Vector of same magnitude and same direction. So B vector I have been taken. For this B vector I should have to add A vector. A vector is this. So because these are same, this is a vector. So then what is the resultant? Resultant is nothing but this third side, which will be in same in reverse in order. You can see this from here to here, how much of length will be there? The same it will be there in terms of B vector plus A vector. Direction also you can see this, which it moves in this direction, in the same way resultant also which is moving. With the help of this we can tell here as it obeys commutative law. Next one is vector addition obey distributive law. I am considering two vectors, P vector plus Q vector. If it is multiplied by scalar is nothing but K. So then what we can get means, we can write this as K into P vector plus K into Q vector. It does not change. It will be the same. Just it is multiplying with respect to number. So vector additions obey distributive law. Vector addition obeys associative law. Now I am going to take an example as like this. If this is a vector, if this is a B vector, Then one more I can take here as like this. This is a C vector. So associative law which I can tell here as like this. A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equals to A vector plus B vector plus C vector. So this one which we can call it as associative law. Now A vector, B vector and C vector, now I can prove here as like this with the help of a polygon law. So first I will take a vector without changing its magnitude and direction. So A vector, and then B vector, approximately I am taking B vector along with this C vector. So this is a C vector. The resultant of this is given by third side, which is nothing but R vector. So now what they asked, first they have been asked to find A vector plus B vector. So this is a initial, that is tail head. This which can act as two sides of a triangle. So with the help of this, I can join, which I am going to get here as A vector plus B vector. A vector plus B vector. And then again you have been joined this A vector plus B vector plus C. So resultant is nothing but this. Okay, we have been proved this. Now how to prove? First I should have to take A vector. Okay, A vector. Now I should have to join B vector plus C vector. So this is a tail, this is a head, this is a tail, this is a head. If I have been joined these, which I am going to get the resultant as like this. This is nothing but B vector plus C vector. Yes or no ma? B vector plus C vector. So one side, this is the resultant of a triangle. So now, so this resultant A vector plus tail to head, A vector plus B vector plus C. So with the help of this, which I can tell here as A vector plus B vector plus C, which is equals to A vector plus B vector plus C. So all these which we have been proved with the help of a graphical method or geometrical method. In the same way which we can prove the analytical method also. A small example I am taking. So A vector is equals to 10 meters west. In the same way B vector I have been taken 10 meters south. Okay, find A vector plus B vector and A vector minus B vector. And also its direction. Been taken A is equals to 10 meters west side and B is equals to 10 meters south side. I have to find A plus B and A minus B. So with the help of this, which I can take here as east, west, north, south. In the same way, 1 centimeter is equals to 1 meter. So 10 centimeters is equals to 10 meters I can take. So now I am taking like this. First, this is nothing but A vector, which is nothing but 10 meters. A vector is equals to 10 meters. Next one is B vector is 10 meters south. Okay, so this is a B vector which is nothing but 10 meters. Then what I should have to find? A vector plus B vector. How it will be? This starting point is same, which can act as adjacent sides of a parallelogram. So we can make this as a parallelogram. Then the diagonal which passes through the same point, which passes through the same point, which will give us a A vector plus B vector. In terms of magnitude, we have been taken means, which we can get here as modulus of R square is equals to modulus of A square plus modulus of B square. With the help of this, 10 whole square plus 10 whole square, which is nothing but modulus of R square is equals to 200. But they asked to find R value. R is equals to root of 200. So R is equals to, which I can write here as 2 into 100. 100 is nothing but 10. We can write here as 10 root 2 meters is the resultant. Then what about its direction? Its direction you have been taken with respect to horizontal if it is alpha. So if this is a west, if this is a south. So which it is coming from west to south, that is alpha, which is nothing but south of west, which it is getting. Okay, it is clear. So resultant is nothing but 10 root 2, and angle alpha, here it is coming from west to south. This angle alpha with respect to horizontal we are taking. Okay, so next, A minus B. If this is a A vector, so then what's the negative value? Negative value is nothing but, we can take it as anti-parallel. So that's exactly which I can take. This can act as a, which is nothing but 10 meters. So these also which can act as adjacent sides of a parallelogram. We can take, the resultant is given by the diagonal which passes through the same point. This R value also we are going to get here as 10 root 2. So here we have been said minus. Even though minus, we are using the modulus, which we are going to get. Magnitude is same. Then what about its direction? If I have been taken this as a beta, this as a beta. So this beta angle with respect to west, I am taking. So it's moving towards north. So which I can take it as north of west. North of west. So you should not have to confuse this. While remembering this, you have been taken north of east. It's moving towards north from east. In the same way, it's moving towards north from west. That's why north of west with respect to horizontal. In this way, which we can find regarding the vector additions, regarding triangle law, parallelogram law, and polygon law, and laws regarding laws of addition, which we have been discussed, and some examples. Students, please subscribe my channel, like, and then share to your friends. If you are having any doubts, you can comment me. Surely I will reply. Thank you. Have a nice day.